So today's demonstration is to show you just a really quick tutorial on how you can apply the paints using your hands or using some of the other traditional tools that you might use in oil painting. The first thing is I want to show you, I have a small cotton canvas and I have a gesso board. And maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so what I want to show you is that with these there is a little bit of like a tooth to it. So I'm going to take this purple and I'm just going to go over it super lightly. And you can see that it just barely hits the tooth of that canvas. And so what's really great about that is you can start out with a very small amount of paint. You can put other colors over it, and eventually it makes enough paint to blend itself right there on the canvas. I haven't done too much with this gesso board, but let's just see. So I'm going over it really lightly. There's still a tooth on the gesso board, if you can see that. And that allows you to put that paint down really lightly, and you can get a lot of different sticks to work together and mix the paints right on the palette, or right on the canvas, I should say. Okay, so what this is showing is that's sort of a direct, just hold it in your hand, drawing it technique. You can wear gloves if you want to. I don't wear them. But this is a really neat thing here. So one of the things you can do is you can actually draw with these oil sticks. Let's say this is a little mountain, and this is some land that's coming up, and put it in like as heavy as you need it. And then you can take like a little brush with, this is just Gamsol, and that's like a terp, and you can make a tonal, just barely, you know, a quick little tonal to see where you're at. And I don't use a lot, but you can make it light, you can make it dark, and then you get a very quick three-dimensional type of look, and from there you can let it dry up, and then when you apply your paints you have a tonal. You can use any color you want. I just picked purple here. Now the next thing I want to show you is how you would mix the paint if you were going to apply it, literally apply it with the brush or the knife. So what I do is I'll take, and I'll just use friction here just by applying this color to my palette, and that is enough right there to do a little bit of color on there. So I can take my brush, and the friction loosens this paint up because it's got a lot of wax in it, but I can mix these and I can just put it straight on with a brush. You can use any of your mediums that you want to use that are for oils. If it's the first layer, you could just use a touch of this, put it on. I don't usually apply the first layer myself this way, but if you wanted to do it, you certainly can do it. The second layers, you might want to do this kind of technique if you're just trying to make some adjustments, so you can get a nice look, and you can also mix them up. So let's try that just for fun. So I can take them and I can just mix like any other paint, and I've almost mixed this color. So that's my purple. Okay, maybe it needs a little more. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to show is this particular method. It just uses a small amount of paint, and so you don't waste any paint. But you may find that you have like a large section. So all I do here is I'm just going to, let's see if I can get this, cut off a chunk of it. Okay, and now all I have to do is take my palette here, my palette knife, and just smash it up. And if you don't have a skin on it, it works better. But you can see it's just, you need to kind of mix it too. So if you end up with little clumps, you want to take them out. But what you're doing is you're softening up this wax. And so that gives you a good amount of paint. And see, the more I do it, the smoother it gets. So and I can add in a little bit of this. So that is the other way I can do that. And I can take a knife and I always kind of lay it down like this and against the back, and I can take more than one color and I can make it very smooth, and I will just mark my, just use a knife any which way. So you can use many of these tools just to make your mark. So I hope that gives you some ideas for how you might work with this paint, and you can do just about anything with it. Thanks for watching.